All right, Judge Godoy, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, terrific. Judge Godoy, this is Detective Diaz of the Tucson Police Department. Will you please swear me in?
Do you swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do. This is Detective Diaz of the Tucson Police Department. I'm calling you with Detective Jimenez standing by as a witness. The time is now 17:31 hours. And I'm calling for a telephonic search warrant and have just probable and reasonable cause to believe that there is now on the person known as Paula Huff, 1130 of 61, on the premises known as 3127 East Greenlee, number 2, a single-family, single-story residence connected to a duplex. The front door faces south, and it has the numbers 3127 on the white wall and the number 2 next to the front door. Also, a business at 3141 East Greenlee, which is a 4-unit business plaza with individual addresses. It's a beige slump block building and faded blue trim with the number 3141 above the front door that faces south. In the county of Pima, state of Arizona, there's now being possessed or concealed certain property or things described as marijuana, narcotic drugs, or dangerous drugs, drug-related monies, paraphernalia for growing, cultivating, packaging, cutting, weighing, transporting, and distributing marijuana, narcotic drugs, or dangerous drugs, weapons commonly used to protect illegal drugs and their proceeds, including firearms, ammunitions, firearm accessories, gun cases, holsters, and body armor, indicia of ownership of the vehicle, of the residence, but not including but not limited to personal identification, financial records, receipts, ledgers, notes detailing the obtaining, movement, transfer, expenditure, and concealment of money, including computerized records, any equipment commonly used to prevent the discovery of sales of illegal drugs, to facilitate such sales of such drugs, and to protect illegal drugs and their proceeds. Computers, cell phones, pagers, portable phones, portable radios, currency, counting machines, telex machines, facsimile machines, and any other media storage devices used to generate, transfer, count, record, and store any information related to the items described in the above paragraphs. I would also ask to manually and electronically examine these items, Your Honor, and any fruits and instrumentalities of the evidence of the crimes of unlawful possession of marijuana for sale, unlawful possession of marijuana, and unlawful possession of narcotic paraphernalia. As set forth in this affidavit, Your Honor, that I, Detective Diaz, you're fine. I'm a peace officer in the state of Arizona, employed by the Tucson Police Department. I've been a police officer for approximately 15 years, and have the following special training and experience.
I find you're qualified.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm investigating the crimes of unlawful possession of marijuana, unlawful possession of marijuana for sale, unlawful possession of narcotic paraphernalia, which I believe to have been committed on the 10th day of January 2013 in Pima County, based on the following reasons. Your Honor, on this date, a refused complainant called Tucson Police Department to report a Miss Paula Huff at address 3127 East Greenlee had a medical marijuana card, but was growing an abundance of plants over the required amount. He also stated that Miss Paula lives in her home, and that she was in her approximately 50 years of age. Detectives responded to that location, and while in the area, they were flagged down by an individual that wished to remain anonymous. That person advised that he had called and reported Miss Paula Huff to the police, and also stated that she had approximately 20 to 30 plants in her residence, marijuana plants in her residence, and she was also armed with a handgun. He also stated that she had a son that regularly visited the home and cultivated the plants with her, taking any finished product with him. This individual also stated that Ms. Huff had a fetish porn business with her son, and he stated that the office was just on the other side of her residence at 3141 East Greenlee. Records checks showed that Ms. Paula Huff did have a LinkedIn profile on the internet and naming her the executive vice president of a business called Melanson Adult Productions. Detectives ended up responding to the location at 3127 East Greenlee, and as they approached the actual residence from the street, there was an overwhelming smell of fresh marijuana emanating from the residence. They noticed that there was an open back door to the residence. After knocking on the door, Ms. Paula Huff answered the door. She admitted that she did have marijuana plants inside the residence, stated that she was an Arizona medical marijuana card holder and was allowed to have 12 plants. She also stated that she did have 12 plants inside. However, Ms. Huff refused to allow any detectives or officers into her home to inspect the grow. Ms. Huff also admitted that she did have firearms inside her home, and but stated that she had no cultivated marijuana inside. When asked about her son, she stated that he had not been there today. Officers and detectives also had a canine unit respond that was trained and certified in the detection of illegal drugs. That canine unit did alert to the front door at the business, which would be 3141 East Greenlee. That based on these preceding facts, I detect. Oh, and also, Your Honor, I forgot to mention, Ms. Huff did produce her medical marijuana card. Records checks were run on that card, and the card came back not valid. That based on these preceding facts, I detect Diaz's request that a telephonic search warrant be issued for the trailer, for the residence and the business, and also I request that you consider this affidavit and incorporate it into the warrant itself. This concludes my affidavit, Your Honor.
I can probable cause and I'll authorize the warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will now read verbatim to you the standard Arizona duplicate original search warrant, State of Arizona, indicating which bases I've completed, and if it's okay, I'm going to skip the ones that I've left blank.
That's fine, and you don't need to reread the list of things. We'll just incorporate it by reference.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. Standard Arizona duplicate original search warrant, State of Arizona, County of Pima, State of Arizona, to any peace officer in the State of Arizona, proof of affidavit having been made this day before me by Detective Diaz. I'm satisfied that there is probable cause to believe that on the person known as Paula Huff, 113061, on the premises known as 3127 East Greenlee, number 2, a single-family, single-story residence connected to a duplex. The front door faces south and has the numbers 3127 on a white wall, and the number 2 next to the front door. 3141 East Greenlee is a 4-unit business plaza with beige slump block and a faded blue trim, with the number 3141 above the front door that faces south. In the County of Pima, there's now being possessed or concealed certain property of things described as, and I'm going to go ahead and skip that part, Your Honor, since you're allowing me to do that. Which property or things were stolen or embezzled, were used as a means for committing a public offense, is being possessed with the intent to use it as a means of committing a public offense, consists of any item or constitutes any evidence which tends to show that a public offense has been committed, or tends to show that a particular person committed the public offense. Which offense occurred on or about the 10th day of January 2013 in the County of Pima, State of Arizona. You are therefore commanded in the daytime, excluding the time period between 10 p.m. and 6:30 a.m., to make search of the persons or premises or vehicles listed for the property listed, and if you find any the same or any part thereof, to retain such in your custody or in the custody of the agency you represent, as provided by ARS Section 1339-18. Return this warrant to me within 3 days of the date thereof, as directed by ARS Section 1339-20, given under my hand this 10th day of January 2013. Your Honor, how would you like me to sign your name?
Teresa, no H, and then Godoy.
Alrighty. Your Honor, I'm going to go ahead and sign your name, and I'm going to sign my name, and Detective Jimenez will now sign his. The time is 17:39 hours, and I'm going to check. I'm going to check if my recording worked here. 1 second.